Hi everyone, welcome to the Decoding Show. My name is Chamanthi and today we are going to discuss about the common problems faced by F1 students while filing their taxes. So this channel mainly focuses about decoding different aspects of life, career, entrepreneurship, finance, investments, AI, technology and stuff. But this is our first episode and we have Niteesh in our podcast. Nitish is one of my friend whom I met through one of our mutual friend. So he geeks on finance and investment, and so I was like, I have some questions related to tax filing, and as the tax season is so near, and I thought it'll be helpful for all of the students to be aware of some of the common doubts or the mistakes we do. So yeah, let's jump into the video. Hi Nitish, how are you doing? How has life been so far?
Hi, Chamanthi. I'm doing good. Yeah, life has been pretty decent though. Yeah, I just filed my taxes. The tax date is on April 15th. So yeah, just got done with my taxes. How about yourself?
Nice. I'm doing great. And yeah, today we have a few questions for you. And thank you for being on the podcast. And I hope it helps everyone. And yeah, let's get into the questions. So the first question for you is, what are some of the basic tax forms an F1 student should be aware of before filing their taxes?
Yeah, so we have 4 or 5 forms that are actually important to know or at least be aware of while you're filing taxes. Yeah, so the first form is Form 8843. Yeah, it is mandatory for every F1 student, even if you don't have any recorded income for that specific year, even if you made like $0, this is a form that you would like to fill out. Next, we have Form 1040NR. That is the main tax return form if you have some US income. And the Form W2. Yeah, this form lets you know how much you've earned in your job. And there's Form 1042S. This is used for scholarship and grants. And if you've invested or if you freelance, you might get a form called Form 1099. Yeah, these are the important ones that you should be aware of.
Okay, so the first three forms like 1088 W2 and 1044 NR, I think. Yeah, right? Am I right?
Yeah, that is 1040NR. Yeah,
Oh,
these three are the
yeah.
important.
Yeah, those three are like, yeah, those are the common forms which are helpful for every F1 students to keep in hand while filing taxes. So yeah, just let's get into the next question. What exactly happens if someone doesn't file their taxes by the due date? Are there any penalties or other consequences?
Yeah, so if you miss the deadline and you still owe taxes, you'll face penalties. There'll be 5% per month for late filing, 0.5% per month for late payment. There could be some interest as well. I'm not really sure. Yeah, even if you don't owe any taxes, not filing forms, uh, I mean, you're still required to fill out the 8843 form. You know, neglecting this would have some complications with your future visa or any future processing being done. Yeah, so better be early while you're filing taxes.
Hmm. Okay. So, what are there any ways in which we can reduce the total taxable income?
Yeah, so there are a couple of ways where you can actually reduce your total taxable income. The one is India-US treaty taxi. Yeah, tax treaty, and then the pre-tax and post-tax benefits. So, I mean, if you're eligible under the US-India tax treaty, you can claim a standard deduction, which is roughly around 13,850 as a non-resident. This potentially excludes scholarship income used for tuition and study materials. Yeah, talking about pre-tax versus post-tax benefits. Pre-tax benefits are deduction that lower your taxable income even before the tax is being calculated. Yeah, a few examples are 401k contributions, health savings account or flexible spending account, pre-tax commuter benefit, and health insurance premium. Yeah, if your employer offers them. Next, we have post-tax benefits. On the other hand, this technically comes after the taxes have been calculated. You don't reduce your taxable income upfront, but you might get tax benefits later. These examples include Roth IRA contributions. You get taxed now and grow tax-free in the future, education or tuition assistance, and some employer reimbursements.
That makes sense. I think these most of these benefits are available only for the people who are being employed, right?
Yes, that's good.
Great. So, what are FICA taxes? And I believe F1 students are exempt from them. Why are we exempt from them? And like, when should we pay for FICA taxes?
Yeah, FICA taxes are Social Security and Medicaid taxes. Normally, every working person in the US pays them, but as an F1 student, you're exempt for the first 5 calendar years. The reason behind this is because during this time, you're considered as a non-resident alien. The US government doesn't expect you to contribute to retirement and Medicare when you're temporarily here and not likely benefiting from them. Yeah, after those 5 years, or if your visa status changes, you're no longer considered a non-resident and you will start paying FICA like everyone else.
Hmm. That's reasonable. So, just people who are on F1 visa status, they don't need to pay FICA taxes, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct.
So, what if our employer did not deduct the FICA taxes? Can we still get any refund of that in the later years?
Yeah, that happens often. Yeah, just ask your just let your employer know that you're being wrongly deducted, ask for a refund. If not, there is a form called Form 843. You can find this form in the official IRS website. Yeah, while filling this form, make sure that you include proof like your visa, W-2, and Form I-20. You usually have up to 3 years to claim it, as far as I can remember. Yeah, but it's actually better to be early on this as well.
Hmm, got it. So it's always like better to go and check in the IRS website if we have any questions or concerns, or it's just also better to go for a professional consultation if we have any doubts regarding filing taxes. So yeah,
Yes, definitely, definitely.
yeah. So, what if like we have to e-file our state and federal taxes, but we have to physically file our local taxes, and then what if we forget filing those local taxes because they are, we have to do them manually, and like if we are lazy, or then if we forget them, like what are the consequences?
Yeah, so skipping local taxes can cause problems. While not every state is going to have them, but in places like Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, New York, yeah, uh, local taxes are actually a real thing. They are charged by cities, counties, and even school districts. If you live or work in any of these areas, and if you don't have your local tax file, you could face late fees, interest, or sometimes even legal notices down the line. I mean, yeah, it is understandable that you have to go in person to file these taxes, but make sure that you're not late because this is also a formal requirement. And although the local taxes are low, it might have some small refund actually waiting for you. So, yeah, please don't ignore this as well.
Hmm, sure. So, what happens in case if we submit a wrong form while filing taxes?
Yeah, submitting a wrong form or filling out wrong information happens. So if you think you have done any mistake or if you've used the wrong form, say for example you've filed 1040 instead of 1040 NR, like you can file an abandoned return using the form 1040X. Yeah, just making sure that you have, rectified the mistake or, um, you have seen that you filled out a wrong thing and letting the IRS know is actually a good sign. So, yeah, please make sure that you cross-check. And if you've already submitted, make sure that you are rectifying it.
Hmm. Okay. So, what if one made some investments during the year, and what documents will he need to file the taxes?
Yeah, so you'll likely get the 1099 form, which we've already discussed, yeah, at the start of the podcast. So you're breaking that down. You have 1099B for stock sales, you have 1099 IND for interest, 1099 DIV for dividends. Yeah, all these are crucial. And yeah, during the month of April, you would get this form available in the platform that you're using. Make sure that you download it and attach it with the documents that you're sending out to file taxes.
Hmm. Got it. It's always, I think, those forms are available in those related applications. We can find them, I believe. Sometimes also we get early in the season, I think, right?
Yes, yeah, when they sent out actually depends from platform to platform, application to application. Like you said, yeah, usually on most of the cases, April is a month where they send it out
Hmm.
because like that is a month for filing taxes. So.
Yeah, I have seen that. So, yeah, does this process change for CPT, OPT, or like STEM OPT based on their visa status?
Not really though. As long as you're still on F1 status, the same rules will apply because you're still being a non-resident alien. So yeah, filing Form 1040 NR and Form 8843. Yeah, if you've been in the United States for more than 5 calendar years, then you might have to shift to another form, which is 1040.
Hmm. Yeah, I think these are good number of questions, good quality questions, and I hope these answers are all helpful for the viewers. Guys, so just stay top of your taxes and file them on time. Keep all your paperwork handy, and if you ever feel stuck, it's totally worth talking to a professional or just go to the IRS website and look out for instructions. And next, we have got a bunch of exciting videos coming up on AI, innovation, finance, and entrepreneurship. So just stick around with us and grow with us.